What's going on YouTube? Kevin here with a video review for the TYLT PowerPlant, which is an external high capacity battery pack for a lot of different devices that you might have in your bag. Now before we begin this review, I want to thank Eugene and everyone else out there at TYLT for sending this out to me for review. Go ahead and check out the website, guys. Link will be down below in the video description as always. So I don't know about you guys, but the one thing I really don't like about external battery packs is the fact that you still have to carry around an extra cable that connects your device to the battery pack itself. However, TYLT has kind of come up with an interesting solution to this problem with embedded flex cables. And this essentially means that they have a micro USB charging cable built into the power plant itself, and you can actually see it right here as this little strip that runs along the top of the side of the power plant. And this is a flexible cable. It's embedded, so you'll always have it. You can't pull it out. It will always be there with you. It's short enough that it doesn't get in the way, but it's long enough that you can pull it out and comfortably charge your device. When we pull back the flex port cover, which is this thing here that protects all of the ports and everything else that's inside the power plant, you can pull back on this flex cable and you will reveal a micro USB right there. So you can charge a lot of different things, your smartphones, your Bluetooth headsets, or whatever else uses a micro USB to charge, which because in this day and age will fit a lot of different devices because, again, a lot of devices use that to charge. But what if you, say, have an Apple device that uses a 30-pin dock connector, or you want to charge a larger tablet? Well, there's no problem with that because you can charge with this female USB socket right here. Let me focus this for you real quick. I think that's right. This is a female USB, so you can plug in a longer USB cable if you want to charge at either a distance or if you're charging a bigger device. This is more so for tablets because this has a 2.1 amp output, which is the power that a tablet needs to charge efficiently. Or if, again, you have an Apple 30-pin dock connector like an iPhone or iPod and you want to charge it using that. So earlier when I said I don't really like to carry around extra cables and that this product has kind of fixed that, it does kind of fix it for any device that has, a micro USB. But in terms of anything else that has a proprietary type connection or anything that has just a different type of connection, you will have to use the female USB out, which again can charge anything from tablets to smaller devices. So they do have that for that, and that's pretty interesting. Here in the middle we have the input of 1 amp. This is to charge the actual power plant itself. So they haven't included micro USB that you can use to charge that. And whenever you're done, you just put this flex port cable back, flex port cover back on, and all those ports are protected. Here on the other side, we have the power button, which indicates how much charge the power plant has itself. You do have 4 LEDs, but my second one burned out. And this indicates how much charge you have, each of them representing 25%. And this button also activates charging. So when you plug in your device, you have to press this button for your device to actually start charging. So that is something to note. Now, how much are you going to get out of this decently large but yet portable power pack? Well, the power plant houses 5,200 milliamps, and that is what TYLT advertises it to hold. But I found in my real world testing that that is not quite the case, and I only got about 2.25 charges out of my iPhone. I drained my iPhone completely, put it in airplane mode, and tried to charge it as many times as I can using this battery pack. And I only got 2.25 charges. Now, if you do the math, that's about 3,200 milliamps, but I can't really say much about that because TYLT does say on their website that this is only really good for 2 smartphone charges, which is pretty true. If you do the math and you divide 5,200 by the iPhone 4S's battery, which is 1,432 milliamps, you should get about 3.5 charges out of that theoretically. But they don't say you can get at least 3 charges. They say you can only get 2. So I can't complain much about that. But what I can complain about is the charging of, say, a tablet. I have access to a Kindle Fire, which I believe has a 4,400 milliamp hour battery. I charged this power plant to full. I drained that Kindle to 0, and I could only get it to charge. It doesn't charge at 100%. Now, you would think that 5,200 milliamps is greater than 4,400, so it should be able to charge a tablet to 100% and even more. But I couldn't even get that Kindle Fire to charge up to 100%. I only got to about 70-ish%. So that just, kind of confirms my beliefs that the battery inside this is either, not high quality and doesn't hold a charge long enough, or it just isn't the magical 5,200 milliamps that TYLT promises. So all those things considered, I'm not sure if I could honestly recommend this product. Something that charges your smartphone 2.25 times is something I would be okay with. But in terms of charging a tablet, it doesn't charge it to 100%, even though, the battery capacity on the tablet that I use, which again was a Kindle Fire, is lower than the battery capacity of this, which is again supposedly 5,200 milliamps. So because you're losing a lot of the battery that you're paying for, and you're paying $60 for this little device, I don't think that's really worth it to get only about 3,200 milliamps worth of charge out of a device that promises to charge, smartphones and tablets. And the whole loss that you're getting, I think it's about a 60% charge you're getting out of this thing. So about 60% of 5,200 is roughly about 3,200, at least when I calculated it. So I don't think I could honestly recommend this. You're paying $60 for something that's not performing up to what it says, and that to me is just a poor product. If TYLT can somehow get this up to hold realistically 5,200 milliamps or more for the same price point of about $60, then I would recommend it. But in terms of actually charging and what it can produce in output, it doesn't live up to what the specs say, so therefore I cannot recommend it. I would have to give it maybe a 6 out of 10, 60%, enough to say 60% of the battery charge you actually get kind of corresponds, but really a 6 out of 10 is what I recommend for it. Also, a small thing that I want to say is that it does scratch easily, but I don't really care for that. But if it does matter to you, that's something else to take into consideration if you're planning to buy this product. So again, I can't really recommend this. I always hate giving bad reviews, but if a product is bad, I have to say it's bad, so you guys can make the right decision to purchase it or not. And I would say, don't purchase this. Maybe wait around for another few months to see if TYLT has something to offer at CES 2003 or something, or 2013, excuse me, and maybe see if they have a better battery pack for you, or if you need one right away, maybe look for a different alternative. But I can't really recommend this because it doesn't adequately meet its specs to a reasonable extent. So this has been my video review for the TYLT PowerPlant. Again, I want to thank Eugene and everyone else out there at TYLT for sending this out to me for review. Go ahead and check out their website, guys. Link will be down below in the video description as always. Until next time, please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe for more content in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video review.